Okay, so we're going to talk about pay increase. So a union contract specifies that each worker will receive a 5% pay increase each year for the next 30 years. One worker is paid $55,000 for the first year. Okay, that's your A sub 1 right there. What is this person's total lifetime salary over a 30-year period? Okay, so you know A sub 1. That's 55,000. That's how much the worker's making. Now, what about the second year? Well, he's going to make the 55,000 plus he's getting a 5% pay increase. So how do you figure that out? Well, it's 55,000 times, it's your 55,000 plus the 5% pay increase. So that's 0.05 times 55,000. Now, another way you can write that, if you factor that out, you'd have 55,000 times 1 plus 0.05. Okay, so think about factoring here, taking out the 55,000, right? 55,000 times 1, 55,000 times the 0.05. Okay, but then you can add this, right? So you're going to say 55,000, all this algebra we've learned, 1 times 1.05. So that might make some sense to you. You're earning your 55,000 plus the 5% increase. So to figure out your total pay for that year, it's 55,000 times 1.05. Okay? So what's going to happen in the third year? Well, you're going to take what you made in the second year, and you're going to multiply by another 1.05, which is the same thing as 55,000 times 1.05 squared. So hopefully you can kind of see what's happening here. You're going to keep multiplying by 1.05. That's going to be your R. So R is going to be 1.05. And then you already know your A sub 1. And what are we doing? We're doing a total of 30-year period. Okay. So how are we going to do the sum of 30 years? Well, let me write the formula because that's the one I always forget. So sum of n terms is A sub 1 times 1 minus r to the nth over 1 minus r. Okay, so we're going to do the sum of the first 30 terms. We're going to work 30 years. It's going to be 55,000 times 1 minus, now what was r? It was 1.05 to the 30th power over 1 minus 1.05. Okay, so we're going to put this in the calculator. We're going to put brackets or parentheses around that. And then you're going to want to put parentheses around that or go ahead and do the subtraction if you want to. Okay, but we'll just go with the parentheses. So I've got parenthesis 55,000. Make sure you get enough zeros. Parenthesis 1 minus 1.05 to the power of 30. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Probably because I'm messing around with the pen. And then I gotta have a parenthesis and another parenthesis divided by, and I'm gonna open up, I'm gonna put this in parentheses here, parenthesis 1 minus 1.05. Now I could have done that by hand too, but what if it'd been more complicated? So we'll practice that. And I am getting, let's see, 3, 6, 5, 4. It looks like it's got some pennies. I'm going to round to the nearest dollar. 3, 6, 5, 4, 1, 3. It rounds up 7. So about that much money. $3,654,137. About that much money for 30 years of work. Okay. Seems like I should get more. But anyway, that's this problem and that pay.